What is going on, THL? I am Scritch, and I'm joined by the one and only
Me.
Combat. Yeah.
Hype.
Yeah, finals time.
This is it. This is what it comes down to, what everybody plays all season for.
11 weeks are down, and we are a fifth of a way through the Week 12 matchups here, or a single matchup, that is. And we have two more coming up tonight, or not tonight, afternoon.
So, we have an interesting setup today. As you guys know from yesterday, Xnergy currently leads Spicey Boys 4-1 after Crovan beat Ridiculous on stream on Tuesday. So that sets up a situation where if Xnergy sweeps today, they win it straight out. If they don't, we go to tomorrow, Championship Sunday.
Right. So, interesting matchups all around. We have some really good players coming at it for Spicy Boys, and some awesome players coming at it for Xnergy. So, what's our first matchup on the block today?
We have JR Juggernaut from Team Xnergy, the number 2 seed, going against Ironfire from Spicy Boys. Now, even at 2 seeds, these two are carrying very high PRs with them of 500 and 418. So we're looking at some high-level play we're going to be seeing.
Right. And JR Juggernaut, we've known him for a little bit. He's a little bit of a veteran in the league. Ironfire, pretty sure this is his first season in the league. He had a very good season, though, going 7-3 up to this point, including playoffs. JR Juggernaut, he had a little more of a struggle, but we all know him, and we all know he can play well. Going 4-7 up to this point should make for an excellent first match.
Yeah, so let's look at what they brought. Juggernaut bringing Druid, Mage, Priest, Warlock, while Ironfire brought Mage, Pally, Priest, Warlock. Nothing very shocking here, but two classes different. Let's break that down a little bit.
Yeah. So we're going to see Druid being brought instead of Paladin on Juggernaut's side, and Paladin being brought over Druid on Ironfire's side. Interesting to note here, the Druid has a bunch of different archetypes that Juggernaut could take. He could go with a more of a J Druid approach, or he could go into Spiteful or even Aggro Druid. And Paladin, on the other hand, we have seen control variants come out of that, OTK and different variants like that. And then it has the two aggro decks, looking at Dude Paladin and Murloc Paladin.
Yeah, and this is really going to come down to their read on the meta. In the Legend meta in the last week, we've seen a lot of people starting to bring Jade Druid because it's effective against Dude Paladin and against Tempo Mage, which also known as Secret Mage. So that's a possible read on JR Juggernaut's part, because he did end up facing the Mage and Paladin. We could be seeing a Jade Druid here.
Yeah, that's a very big possibility. On Ironfire's side, that Paladin, we've been seeing a lot of Dude Paladin coming out the past few weeks.
Yeah.
Big rise in popularity on that front. Maybe there's a change with the Druid on Juggernaut side, but if we look at the bans for both, which are surprisingly both Warlock bans,
Shocking.
Yeah, this leads me to think that we're going to see a Jade on Juggernaut side and a Dude on Ironfire side, but we can't be too sure yet.
And it makes sense. I mean, they're the strongest decks in the format right now when you consider everything. That Paladin is a very strong deck. It can easily 3-0. I'm sorry. We're doing Ragnaros here. The Paladin can easily take a win for him against any of the other decks.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that on the Juggernaut side for Druid, I think if played well, it can really be, like you said, for Paladin, it can be all the other decks. Some tough matchups going into matchups like Priest, but it really comes down to how they pilot it and really what happens when we play Hearthstone. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in that match.
Yep. We're going to hop into that in just a second. So let's see if our players are ready. Let's do this. Let's get it on. So,
all right, here we go.
Give the players a signal and hopping in. with Iron Fire on the bottom of your screen and JR Juggernaut on the top. Let's do this. So, with Ragnaros League, we normally see it being pretty random with what people bring first. Scritch, any guesses about what they're going to open?
I'm not too sure. I've been seeing a lot of priest openers, though, on my end at least. So there could be start with priest, but I don't know. I don't really have much to go off other than that.
All right, well, we're about to find out. They have begun the game. And we see a starting game screen. Here we go. So, Iron Fire will be going with his Paladin against JR Juggernaut's Priest. And whoa! Did I just see what I thought I saw?
I'm still loading in, so.
Oh, this is. Well, that's. So this is going to be an OTK Paladin deck that we're looking at for Iron Fire.
That is very interesting.
That's cool. No, I love watching this deck. And yep, there it is. So in this situation here, do you go ahead and drop the Beetle or the Hoarder, or do you just pass and not give the Priest a card?
I think that we're gonna probably say Hoarder or Beetle here, either one, depending on what he's thinking. Personally, I like playing Beetle here because it allows him to trade if he doesn't heal, or just go into turn 3 Hoarder. But it sets up an awkward turn 2, to say the least.
Yeah. I mean, he's got Call to Arms in his hand, which is a great turn 4, but he really has to look at how he's going to manage this in between. I think right now he's going to he's going to take the pass, which is a legit strategy here.
Yeah, it's a very awkward setup for Iron Fire here, and just holding back and staying disciplined, I think, is a pretty good call as well. All right, we're going to see this coined out Tar Creeper come down. That's pretty interesting, especially seeing he has a Priest of the Feast coming up as well. But I don't know. What do you think?
All right, so we've just found out that we may have a spectate bug. If that's the case, folks, sorry about that. We'll get this back up and running as quick as possible. All right, so we got the signal. All is good. I don't know. I mean, Iron Fire is a little bit weird that he didn't commit to it on turn 1, then he commits to it on turn 2. I think it puts him a little bit behind the game now. Oh,
that is a,
before the play order nerf, that would have been cool because it would have done 1 damage. Now it's just stats.
Yep.
Let's see. I think we're probably going to see the Potion of Madness come down here.
Yeah, that makes sense. There are a lot of valuable trades that we see. I like Nether Spiting first, though.
Yeah. Oh, hello, Dustbreaker.
I think he's thinking about Dracanoid Op here because he has Pint-Sized Potion for clear on 2 of his minions, and going forward, he knows this is a control deck, and getting the most value going forward might be his best plan. He's actually going to go Bookworm.
Okay. I'm just trying to think what he's anticipating killing with that Bookworm, and this is his best potential trade with that. Take the armor, clear the Beetle, prevent it from coming back with N'Zoth. And this makes sense. And do you play anything other than Consec here? Does it make sense? I don't.
I like Stonehill here.
Okay. Let's see what we can get. Nothing terrible. The Dread Corsair could be helpful once he gets one of his weapons online.
Raytheon.
Yeah.
Yeah, just draw a card.
Series of lessers. Okay.
Also gives him a on-curve turn 6 play.
All right. Well, you can't beat that on. Well, I guess if there was any doubt, he knows what he's going against now.
OTK Priest.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay. The Pyro makes sense here. Neither of the other cards did a lot for what he's trying to. Reasoning this out.
I think you just have to, if you're dropping Rathion, it's now, I think.
Okay, so we're gonna take the draw. That's cool.
You see Uther and Beardo in hand.
I like the concept because you can't let the priest keep drawing. Also, Juggernaut made a bit of a cute play last turn that I just don't think Ironfire wants to give him a chance to execute on.
Yeah.
All right, so this is where your call on the operative actually would have worked out really well.
Yeah, we see a bunch of reactive cards in Juggernaut's hand. So
Yeah.
we're just going to see a dump of some of the cards he doesn't truly need right now. I like this Pyromancer play, though. Does a little thing while he's trying to stall until he gets to a later game for him.
All right, and this works here.
Yeah.
I mean, what we have to kind of do is settle in here because this is a game where until one of them pulls their combo, not much is going to happen. It's going to be board trading back and forth. If somebody can build up a board advantage, they may get ahead, but in general, they both have a lot of tools to clear the board and are just waiting for a chance to execute their combo here.
Right.
Cute. Now this is.
You have to think on Juggernaut's side, he's really trying to kind of speed up the clock here. He knows that he's going against an OTK deck, and he knows that his deck doesn't always have the best capabilities of getting to the board and pushing damage fast. But these are all pretty good plays going into turn 8 here.
So one possibility here you could see is Hydrologist, Pyro, Secret, Rallying Blade. It doesn't do a ton for him, but it gets the board mostly clear, especially if he could pull something like a get down.
Which path to choose?
Yeah, it's a little awkward here because
Yeah.
There's some cool Pyromancer plays you could do here if you had the Hydrologist Secret, but you don't have 9 mana for Consecration as well.
Yeah.
Act now.
I'll act now.
We're going to see some either a pressure play or your line, which I think is pretty good.
We're not going to 10 seconds. We're not going to see a lot. Oh wow!
Just going to hero power here.
Wow, that's unfortunate. I mean, he does have the equal consec, so he can't get too punished for leaving a board up here. But still, it doesn't develop much toward his end game.
Right, staying disciplined. I feel like there's a reason that a good reason he didn't play Rallying Blade here, because that means he's probably going to go into Uther next turn and just swing into the 4/4. But this is a big board he's facing down right now. Interesting equality pick there for the most part.
With the Primordial Drake, it really can do some work. But
yeah,
I mean, the only thing that's going to be effective against would be like another Call to Arms. So
well, you see Juggernaut trying to build this board up here, proving his win con, as we see Dirty Rat pull out the answer to Dirty Rat. But yeah, he's going to lose the board here, so he'll have a nice way of clearing and being able to take it back later down the road.
Yeah, and I mean that's basically what Ironfire had going for him last turn, was leave the board up and look for the sweeper. But okay, this is actually gonna be really good for him, because what the Geist is gonna do is gonna wipe out the priest combo potential.
We're not looking at combo priest, are we?
You think this is a pure control build?
Looking at the Shadow Word Horror, and I've seen single Shadow Priest, but double makes me, and Priest of the Feast, all makes me lean towards. We don't see any interfires pulled.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Reporting for duty.
which is why I'm thinking that the longer this match is going on, and why Juggernaut was really going towards the board earlier, he's losing his way to win, which is not stalling time, because that helps Ironfire in the future.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this seems pretty solid here.
It's pressure. It's
Yeah,
basically
exactly.
how he's going to win.
Tear
I mean,
him.
he has him down to 14.
This is
Not terribly helpful.
not, yeah. Uther
Yeah.
going to the 3-5 here seems pretty good.
Yep. He needs to get a hold of some burgly bullies here. Now, if you're the priest, I think you just keep beating face here. I mean, he
Exactly.
can't address those two minions. Just keep hitting with them, because we know that the paladin isn't that close to being able to execute his combo yet.
Right. We haven't seen Bully. Still 9 cards left in the deck as well.
And he only has one secret.
Stats wise, Tarim looks fine here, but he's gonna hold off. Oh no, he's gonna Tarim.
No, it makes some sense, because that 3/3 on the board, he threatens the OTK every turn he stays up. So now the priest has to focus on clearing those every single turn.
Right.
Now here,
This makes sense.
yeah, it's efficient. Oh, hello.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's nice in this situation. And you have to hold the activator for it. So
Right.
okay.
Oh, that's a big boy right here.
Yep.
He can clear it with equality whenever he wants to, though, so he's not gonna feel pressured by it. Although it will heal for 8, which is a pretty big deal right now.
And 8 and 5, yeah. He's in pretty good shape. So
Yep, just sitting on a life total.
the priest, of course, has to worry about those horsemen too at the same time. We're gonna go quality, knock that up the board. See what do we get here?
Ooh, Tyrion.
Oh, hello, Tyrion. Still no burgly bullies. They're both in the bottom 7 cards. So
I like putting taunts up here.
yep, and
Over time, if you can protect your 2/2s, then you don't even need bully.
yep.
And you've seen 2 Duskbreakers so far, so if you can hide them, it seems pretty good.
Now,
I think he was thinking about the chain gang for that reason, but Tyrion is just so good. So
yeah. The only challenge you run into is the priest running mind control.
Right.
Because mind control on Tyrion is just devastating.
I like to say that we've seen 2 pint sizes already, meaning that mind control is the only thing really that holds Tyrion back here. But
Yeah.
I think that he has to start plugging in some horsemen here.
Now he's good. Yeah, other than going face.
Keeping the noble sack for a proc here, and that Shadow Word Horror pickup actually just. Well, he could have Cabal Shadow Priest, but that's a big pickup here.
Yeah, he's gonna have to play it, because
Yeah.
otherwise he should know that he could lose next turn if he doesn't play it.
Right. You have to assume with 6 cards left. Oh, and there's the bully.
And plus, you know that there's a secret that's been acquired.
Right.
But the bully doesn't do much right now.
Because it dies on board here.
Yeah, you got to just drop Tyrion hero power and pound a little face.
Tyrion's stat lines are so nice for Ironfire right here.
Tyrion War.
Yep.
Yeah, because the Pally needs to pull 2 coins off those bullies in order to be able to pull off his OTK. Now, it's looking what the soonest he could execute this is. It's got 1 on board, a secret. If you can... The second hydrologist came out and called arms, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's not going to help him. This is a little messy. Now let's see.
I see lines here for... I don't know how much holding the sack is going to be worthwhile in the future. If you're just going to hold it and not be able to drop a bully anyways. I think we see no spells in Juggernaut's hand and 5 cards left in the deck. So
No,
bully isn't going to pull many coins.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he was holding the Thalanos last turn. I probably wouldn't want to get deeper into my deck. So we're really looking at this situation here where he's going to hit, trade.
We see the bully come down.
Yep. And this makes sense.
This is a nice Shadow Priest, though. And Anduin. Okay. Doesn't kill anything other than your own minion, though.
Yeah, the Shadow Priest is gonna let him clear the bully out without giving up a card. Though you have to... Are you worried about leaving one of those on the board? Probably not at this point.
No, you saw all the cards that he drew played, and you left one on the board earlier.
Mm-hmm. No, there you go. He did prioritize killing it. Interesting.
Not a... Call to Arms probably not going to pull anything, I think. I think we have all 2 drops out. This is a survival turn for Ironfire right here.
Yeah, he is facing down lethal. He has ways to... Does he have a way to prevent it with Anduin? Let's look at this.
Yeah.
Is he just dead here?
I think so, because your only way to clear most of this is through a Wild Pyro, which is what he's going to do here. You can get 2 triggers off of it.
Huh? And this is desperation. I mean, this was basically what he was hoping for to win the game. Oh.
And that's
well. And well played. So we see JR Juggernaut winning game 1 with his Control Priest over Ironfire's OTK Paladin. And
yeah,
what it really came down to was that Ironfire wasn't able to get those bullies out early. If he was, it probably would have been different, but it wasn't.
Right. And JR stayed very disciplined with the Cabal Shadow Priest late in that game. There were some juicy moments that he could have had earlier, but staying disciplined, stealing the rat was a big swing in momentum. And overall, just throughout the whole game, not really playing too far to the board, but just enough to put enough pressure up there, kept him able to push damage late into the game. So we see JR take game 1.
Yeah, and that was a really good, solid, fundamental game. It was like fun to watch. You could really see them thinking things out and picking good lines.
Right. Control Priest, very hard deck to play, and especially against OTK Paladin. You know there's a timer on you. That bully coming late in that game was a real challenge there. We did not see any of the
bottom 7.
Yeah, we did not see any of the 1-mana spells played because of that Geist. So all the cheap spells were really removed here as we head into game 2.
Oh. All right. So Juggernaut's going to come back with his mage, and this mage can really cause problems for the Pally. Because once the Pally starts getting bombed, we didn't see any healing cards in that deck other
than Light Lord, but that's in turn 8 play.
Yeah. Well, he has the Beetles and he has Uther.
I think we're actually looking at a control mage here.
Whoa, look at that.
So again, we're going back-to-back control versus control. One has a OTK finisher, one doesn't.
So, especially with this mage, where it's really only realistic removal is spells, the Paladin can really do some work.
Right.
But he's got to get the bullies early this time.
Yeah, and he's going to play Loot Hoarder here, which is, again, very smart. Okay, this ping play is interesting here. Prioritizing your 2/2 over just getting another spell into your hand and drawing early.
Out of my jungle.
What do you take here? I mean,
Job's done.
Terram can be nice.
Out of my jungle.
It's just a good flex card against those other cards.
Yeah. Now this is again really going to come down to if the Paladin can get their OTK online quick, it's going to be very good against the Mage because it'll go right through Ice Block.
Right.
However, if they're buried late in there, they can run into the situation where if the Mage gets its Death Knight online and starts bringing pressure, the Paladin may just not have ways to answer it. So I think that's going to be the crux of the game.
Yeah, unfortunately, for JR Juggernaut, this control deck does not consist of as many big, powerful minions. I think this game is going to come down to how disciplined can JR stay with the Alana and wait to see a bunch of removal removed, and just knowing when to put that down, because that will decide the game, in my opinion.
Yeah. And also, it really hurt Ironfire last turn that his Pyromancer came out in Call to Arms. So we'll look for that, because if not, it makes his removal more flexible.
Right. Heading into turn 5 here, we see no Ice Block picked up. We see Alana picked up, though. So that will be an option that we'll see probably play this game. Yeah, JR is looking at just trading the 2-1 in here, which I'm fine with, clearing this board.
And Juggernaut's playing a very disciplined game here.
Yeah.
Geist will come down and not do much, but it's a body.
Yep, 4/6 is pretty good here. We see Ice Block picked up, and with 2 Medivh's Valets in hand, that actually can open up some nicer plays going forward and clearing the board more efficiently.
Taram won't be effective in this situation.
No, I think Ironfire has it right here. Just deal 2 to both heroes here.
Now that the Geist is out, he's safe pulling his spells. His secrets into hand. And
excuse me, you are on fire.
We'll see more efficient trading done here by Juggernaut.
Put your faith in the light.
So, unfortunately, that's going to get polyed.
Oh yeah, right away.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought... I mean, I guess the weapon is not super important here, knowing that he has Uther coming up.
Right.
Because, really, there weren't a lot of cards he was going to test with. I mean, you could say, like, he should put something up for Tyrion to test for Polymorph, but there's not much else in that deck that the mage is really worried about.
Yeah, no, I think you just have to put that Tyrion down. If they have polymorph, they have it. If not, you just start punching face.
All right. So a couple options here. He can use Tarim. He could drop 2 minions in Tarim, which isn't so bad. It'll allow him to clear the Doomsayer and have a board. Or
I
he
like,
can
yeah, I like this line.
Stonehill and get another Tyrion
Yeah.
to take out another polymorph. This is workable. 2, 6.
On Juggernaut's side, it's going to be very hard to present a threatening board enough so that that Ironfire needs to clear it. Because like I said before, this Alana sitting in hand here is really big later in this game.
No rest.
Okay. So other than setting up, N'Zoth didn't do a ton.
No.
Excuse me, you are on fire.
Okay. Really what this is going to come down to, Juggernaut has to start thinking about fatigue. Is that he probably doesn't have the damage or the minions to win the game straight out.
Job done.
Yeah. You're really hoping that Ironfire can't get to his bullies, can't hold out long enough, and you just start chugging Jaina and don't let them keep their 2/2s on the board.
So neither of those will be coming back. Now let's see here. Not a lot to like. You could go Thalnos, Hero Power, Tarim, but the mage must be sitting on a lot of.
He's not going to play the Tarim here. Sitting back with this Rallying Blade. Which, I think like you said, the mage is sitting on all of their removal still. So, committing to a bunch of 3/3s probably isn't the best thing to do yet. But you also raise the question of, do you just let them keep this removal here and just wait the game out until you can plug in your OTK? Do you care about going to the board if they're not presenting any challenges? And I think that Ironfire has it here. Just gonna sit tight.
Yeah.
Let the mage kill itself by taking more turns.
Yeah. And really the only advantage of playing that was just to get the Loot Hoarder here.
Loot Hoarder out, take 3 cards out of your deck.
No rest.
You got some bullies coming up.
And Ironfire must be really just questioning his luck here. He's got both games, both bullies in the bottom 10 cards.
Yep. But on the other hand, Mage hasn't put up any threats yet. They have an Alana, but you're sitting on Equality Consecration and Equality Pyro. You have another Equality still in the deck, and you're feeling very good as Ironfire right now.
Yeah, I can't. There's no situation that's going to come up where the Mage is just going to sneak up on him. This is going to be a tactical turn-by-turn game until Ironfire can pull off his combo.
There is some, there's also the question, is JR running the big 4 with Alex in it? Because there have been a few lists cutting Alex, but if we see Alex, then, and that is going to...
Yeah, this is... Juggernaut's just not going to be able to put up enough threats now.
There still is Alex Straza, but we know Light Lord is in this deck. There's no burn from hand coming from Juggernaut, so even if Alex does come down, we have ways to clear it now that we don't have to worry about Alana.
Yeah, because Tarim will take care of Alex Straza right away.
Yep.
And now... okay, I'm just going to clear the board here.
Yeah, you still keep your wild equality. So this is fine. Just kill a bunch of 3 health minions on the other end.
This is just going to draw out more removal. And hasn't drawn Jaina yet. That's hurting. Because a lot of these with the removal plus ping would be pulling out a lot of water elementals, but no Death Knight. Boom.
I wonder.
This Flame Strike makes a little bit of sense. They played Called Arms and they only have 7 cards left in their deck. You know that a lot of those are combo pieces. And that's probably one of the better clears you'll get going into the end of the game.
Yeah. Just not much going on here. Let's see. The mage has 11 cards left. What spells do they have left? Because I'm just trying to think what those Dragon Furies
They still have their portals left, Firelance portals left.
You think they're running portals?
I assume so.
Okay. All right. So they can probably pull up to 7 damage off those. Possibly another Flame Strike. Possibly another Blizzard.
We see, just noticed this, we see a Volcanic Potion.
Yeah, that
in
came.
Juggernaut's hand.
Yeah, that came off of a Discover, didn't it?
I'm not sure. I forget.
Okay. All right.
It would make sense as attack. You're already pulling 3-mana ice blocks. It just makes it a little bit worse off your Raven pulls, but it can help against the aggro matchups.
Yeah.
Lich King. That's new. You see Frostmourne? No, we don't.
No, that would be good. But here's the bully. Is this the right situation for it?
I think.
Do you tear him Rallying Blade? I think you tear him Rallying Blade instead.
I see a case for bully here after trading into the Lich King. You Obliterate is the only thing that doesn't let you get 2 coins. They don't, other than Dragon's Fury, they can't pull anything that deals 6 damage immediately. This Obliterate's gonna only allow 1 coin though. Unless he just Dragon Fury first. Hoping, oh, we see a second Volcanic Potion. So he's very teched. Yeah, we're gonna see Dragon's Fury, and this is interesting. If he doesn't pull a 6 mana or 7, alright, he gets a 6. Otherwise that could have been bad. Or never mind, he could just, on a 5, he could ping.
With 1 coin. Now this is...
There's the second bully.
Yeah, he's gonna just put that out. I'm
They
trying to
didn't
think of
have
their
a-
situation.
Yeah, they don't have minion removal this time. They didn't have an answer last time. They had to use a spell, so
But
makes sense. Put it out.
With Beardo, a secret, 2 coins. Yeah, that's a potential OTK.
Yeah, Beardo has a 25% next turn, and even if you don't, you're not worried about dying in those next few turns.
Yeah, the mage isn't putting up a fight anytime soon with no Jaina.
Yeah. Oh, he's just gonna go with a Tarim here.
That's interesting. I guess. Huh.
Oh, there's an Alex, but he's seeing multiple lines to kill him off. Minions, if this stays alive, if the Death Knight, or not Death Knight, if the Horseman stays alive, then you can drop Beardo and still win, but I still liked Bully there.
So let's see. Drop Bully here. It gets obliterated.
I think there's a case for N'Zoth here, just because they're at 11, and they've used 2 Dragon's Furies already. Yep.
So let's see.
Now, yeah, he's gonna go out with his Volcanic Potions here.
And he's gonna. Let's see. That's gonna be. That's all the cards in his hand.
So he has full OTK Kamu in hand.
Reality. Whoa.
Yeah, that should do it.
Yep. Well, no, he doesn't have second coin yet.
Is there any way this can go wrong? I think it's what Ironfire has to look at too. Is there a way this can screw up?
No, you're
I
only
think the
taking
answer
2
is-
fatigue.
I return.
You've seen, you saw Stonehill, so you're not afraid of Cold Light Oracles. He's not going to get a bully proc though. And JR knows that he's sitting on 2 ice blocks here. He might be able to just sit with 6 cards left in the deck.
Whoa.
Let him pick up some fatigue damage. Because giving this bully a coin, Juggernaut has to know that that means he's dead.
Now, without the spell, the Artificer came out. The only thing you're concerned about, I don't see why not to take the face damage there. It's like there's the mage healing.
You want to protect this horseman on the board, not let him get traded in, so that he can OTK next turn. Because if he doesn't have removal and we don't see any, then he could just attack with the 1-2 and ping.
Okay.
Although you're right, with this Sunkeeper line, actually, he could have gone ping.
I think at this point with this situation, there's a whole variety of ways Ironfire can.
Yeah, and that's just going to finish it.
Now, if I'm Juggernaut, I don't know if I make this.
Well played.
Yeah,
No, he knows he's dead.
But the problem is this.
You don't. Oh, you're right. Yeah,
This being Ragnaros, I might not want to reveal that I had Alex Strawsons.
right. With since you also already revealed you had a Lich King, as Ironfire, you'd probably be questioning
Yeah,
what makes up the big cards in his deck.
yeah. Oh, this
You're
is
right.
fun. I don't think I've ever seen this work in a competitive game.
Well, you're seeing it here.
Well, there it is.
in
You've seen it,
Ragnaros
folks.
Finals.
Paladin OTK going down. Cool. So that takes us to 1-1 in this tactical and long matchup.
Right. And so far, we've seen 2 control decks coming from JR, OTK coming from Ironfire. I wonder if that theme will continue throughout their lineups.
Yep. So we're at 1-1. Going into Game 3, Ragnaros Finals.
My dear Malfurion.
This one's a
We're
big
gonna
one.
find out. We're gonna find out what is that druid. And it looks like a Jade, as we were predicting.
Which, against this
Juggernaut.
lineup we've seen so far, looks pretty good.
Yep. Though this is going to be the tougher one. Of all the games for the druid, this is going to be the tougher one, the priest.
Yeah.
Obviously, that druid being good against the potential mage decks. But, well, let's
Well,
see.
Yeah. Well, we see this as Control Priest, and Jadrid has a nice matchup there. So Priest is going to have a tough time.
Is this control or is this spiteful?
Oh, I just no. This looks like Spiteful.
Yeah.
I
think
got them
it's
flipped because I
Okay.
remember JR brought Control Priest.
Yeah, so many different variants here. That's a pretty good looking cleric there at 2-7.
Yeah, Juggernaut's hand right here. Really hoping to draw some ramp, like a lot of ramp.
Oh, wow. Let's see here. Yeah, I think you need to draw here in this kind of situation.
Yep. I like another Spite here, but he's gonna play Ascendant. This makes sense. If it hits the 3/4, then it protects it from a bump.
That's nice.
Although he can't hit it with a 3/4 actually. So
Yeah.
I
Branch
don't know.
path.
Another Spite would have been nice because he might have been able to pick up a Drac OP.
armor. Wondering why I didn't draw the card first. But,
Yeah.
Okay.
It was at 0 mana,
And
but
oh, hello.
oh yeah, that's a nice play on curve coming up.
Yeah, that's a game winner there.
Yeah.
Once upon a time.
Yeah, those two
Temporis.
UIs. Just do it. In the finals, I mean, people would never stop talking about that.
Temporis into Free from Amber is obviously the best 1-2 punch.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is about to get ugly.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, we have Malfurion coming up. We have double Ultimate Infestation on the other side, but losing your Jade Idols and all forms of Jade progression going at least infinitely forward, it's going to be tough for JR to kind of come back from this. Interesting that we see the spreading play come out here. You, for 1 less mana, that doesn't matter because you're not using it. You get 2 more beetles, but you don't gain 5 armor and you don't get that hero power going forward.
Let me change your mind.
Ow.
We see both players playing pretty fast at this point, which is interesting because there's a lot of interesting plays that could be going on here right now.
Yeah. I mean, if I was Juggernaut, I could potentially be pretty frustrated. He played a fantastic game 1. I mean, he really showed great mastery and patience in game 1. Game 2, he just got a matchup that wasn't good for him, and now he just got geisted on curve in game 3.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see this Free from Amber come down here, which will be another tough one. No, he's going to Duskbreaker, helping to kill his own minions.
Yeah, I didn't quite understand the sequencing there.
Yeah, we see an oops come down. So yeah. I think that who knows? I wonder if that has any implications going forward, because we see swipe looks pretty good here.
And your comment about them playing fast is that perhaps Ironfire got a little bit overconfident there because he was way ahead.
No.
Yeah. He might have been reaching for Free from Amber and grabbed a wrong card, because I think he also understands that Draconoiding there is not always the best play. And we'll see a clear here. I think we'll still see Free from Amber here. But now you're going into double Ultimate Infestations coming up. He's going to go ahead and Operative instead.
Yeah, I can see this.
Yeah.
Nothing.
These aren't great.
I guess you take the card draw. Shape Behemoth isn't, but it's okay.
Yeah. One of those two. I would probably go with Wild Growth here.
Yeah, I guess he's just figuring out how each of these are going to fit with his sequence going forward, and I think that makes sense. All right, we're going to take a Glimmer Root. And remember, folks at home, this is what's in the starting hand. And, of course, we already know the answer to that, because we've already seen that one played.
Yep. Well, we didn't see it played, but we saw the 3/6 come down, and we know that means Token Summons.
Oh, you're correct.
There's a Spiteful, which could really help take this game back.
Yeah, that's hard to pass up right now, especially since you still have those cards in your hand, or in your deck, rather.
You can even Oaken Summons after that.
Let's see. He's thinking about it, and now he's looking at all his cards.
Looking at trades first, I think. I think that you have to go with Spiteful first if you're gonna do it. No, he's... Alright, yeah, this also seems fine. One-time Tyrantus, like what happened against me.
Well,
That's fine. We take
that'll-
10-10s here.
That'll work. So other than, I think you've...
You have to Malfurion here, but you're just looking at this. How are you dealing with this big creature? And that's Druid's weak point here, is that getting rid of minions that are big
Poison.
and buff
Yeah,
are hard.
Yeah, you take the poisonous and you hit the 3/3.
Yeah.
Because this priest doesn't. This priest doesn't have any small removal. Mind control. He mind controlled the 1/2. I mean, I joke about that, but it could happen. It seems silly, but to protect that 10/10.
It is. Yeah, it is an awkward turn here because it seems like Free from Amber would be so nice, but then you just give them the choice of what to kill. But
Yeah,
at the same time, you keep your one of your big guys alive.
There is a potential to wild growth here. See, we pull because one of the dust breakers he pulled was off of another spike, correct?
I'm not. I don't think it was, but I can't
Okay.
be too sure. It might have
Okay. All right. So we see three good decent lines. Yep. Mind control on a one mana minion, folks.
been. It's essentially giving his. No, it's not it. 10 mana 1/2. Kill another 1/2.
Because now the druid really doesn't have a practical way to get rid of that 10/10 anymore.
We'll see a Vandal, yeah, here. Unfortunately, it doesn't work with branching paths, but it will work with the hero power.
Armor. Yep.
The Druid's already used 2 Spreading Plagues, Malfurion. It's not going to be able to hide around this 10/10 forever.
Yep. Now I think we're pretty clear to see that Free from Amber.
Yep. Wild Growth first makes sense.
Yep. Oh, that's
Archivist.
nice too.
That'll we'll take those.
Chance to steal him.
Or just
Hey,
pass
that's
another
nice
free
too.
from Amber. Ooh.
Nah. And let's see, is that game? No, it's not.
No, he's at he was at 25 or no 30 anyways.
Yeah, he's at 30. 30 facing 15. Probably
We are halfway there.
operative here. Yeah, I think he operative. He's considering operative versus Free from Amber.
Yeah.
Even you get a charge off it, it's not worth it at this point.
Nourish and Swipe are nice here.
Yeah.
Swipe is can prove to be face damage, but yeah, he's gonna take it. But he's making the right play.
And does the druid have a way out of this?
He can technically. Oh no, he takes fatigue if he ultimate infestations here.
Let's see. He's got. Yeah, you're right. He's going to take 3 fatigue damage. So that would be
6
one,
total.
But
You
yeah,
go to 13, so he'd still technically be alive if he trades and bumps a 10/10, but then he'd just end his turn
But
and
it's
take more
looking-
damage.
yeah,
So
looking bad.
yeah, Iron Fire will go up to 1.
Yep. And that's spiteful is I mean, it's a good all around deck, and with the Geist in it, it's just brutal against the druid.
Yeah, dropping Geist on curve there,
Mm-hmm.
and even with that with the Dustbreaker misplay,
Mhm.
just you're already, in terms of what your cards are doing, just able to be ahead throughout the whole game.
Now, I suspect we're going to see the Druid stay up.
Let
Yep.
the games begin.
Now,
Yeah.
this is interesting. Oh, it's another control all day.
Wow. You have to assume that since the other decks were running Geist, this mage is definitely going to be running Geist.
So this really comes down to, can the mage get Jaina online quickly? If it can, it has a chance. If not, the Druid will run eventually.
Yep. Also need to draw Geist before they can use their buff all their Jades by +2/+2 later going on. Even more if you don't draw Geist till very late.
I mean, it's interesting. We're seeing Ironfire with Geist in all of his decks. Was he trapped? Is he trapping against Jade Druid? That's a possibility.
Yeah, it's interesting because we see OTK Paladin with the Geist beating Druid. Well, would be able to beat Druid. We see the Spiteful Priest designed to beat Druid with the Geist in it. And now we see this Mage deck, and again, Secret Mage doesn't have a great matchup against it, so going with Control, and assuming we have Geist in the deck, I think you're right. We are seeing a target
Trapped
on that Druid. Yeah.
Yep. It is the weakest of the decks. So I think that's quite likely what we're looking at here from Ironfire, and it's working.
Psychotron's interesting here. None of those picks were too great. Dirty Rat, I think Dirty Rat has a lot of merit to it, though, against Jade Druid.
Yeah.
It's a pretty nice proactive start, though, from Juggernaut.
Yeah. And it's good Juggernaut's keeping his head here, because those, especially in last game, it really didn't go his way. And it's kind of unfortunate, but this is what we're dealing with, and this is the finals, so got to make it work.
Yep. What's interesting here is that these Jades are going to be quite big once we get towards the later stages of this game. So keeping track of how disciplined Ironfire is being with using things like Polymorph and big Blizzard removal and stuff like that.
Yeah. You know what it comes down to is Ironfire will not be able to hold the Jades off forever. So he really has to get in a situation where he can win the game. Or drop his Geist. So he either needs to draw Geist